Hello there, we're live across the globe and it's time for the money news that matters. I'm Alice Baxter and this is Talking Business. Let's take a look at the headlines. Our top story today, US markets go into meltdown, dropping by more than 11% on fears of a global coronavirus recession. Well, the Chancellor kicked off his speech by talking about coronavirus, the issue that he cited as being at the forefront of most people's minds. Very good to talk to you. This was a very expansionary budget, wasn't it, with a wide variety of measures. And yet, even combined with the Bank of England rate cut earlier, there appears to have been something of a collective shoulder shrug in the markets. Now, many thanks for joining me here on the programme, Jay. If you had the ear of the current president, as you did with President Obama at this time of crisis, what would you be saying to him?
Well, I think there are a number of things fiscal policy could do that would be
Just been hearing the European Central Bank has unveiled fresh stimulus measures to bolster the Eurozone, including cutting a key interest rate. Now, the deposit facility rate paid by banks on reserves parked at the central bank was already negative, but it's now been cut from minus 0.4% to minus 0.5%.
And he joins me live now. Siki, great to talk to you. Now,
Hi.
just walk me through the breadth of business leaders who've made it onto your top role model list, because they're a pretty eclectic bunch.
They certainly are, and very proudly.
Now, we use the cliche a lot, but it has been a roller coaster of a day for the British pound, tracking as it does the highs and lows of Brexit negotiations. And we're here to mark National Apprenticeship Week, a chance to celebrate the reach and diversity and opportunities open to apprentices right across the country in a huge swathe of
So the day here began in London with much pomp and ceremony, but how have markets and the currency reacted to today's Queen's speech and subsequent parliamentary debate? Let's talk live now to James Bevan, Chief Investment Officer at CCLA Investment Management. James, really good to talk to you. So we've seen the pound slide against the euro and the dollar today after rallying, didn't it, to three-month highs at the end of last week. How much is that a reaction to today's Queen's speech? Hello there, lots to pack in this Monday morning. Welcome to the programme. We start in Germany, where one of the world's biggest car makers, Volkswagen, goes back to court today as the company once again faces the fallout of the Dieselgate emissions cheating scandal. And today, well, we want to know if you're affected by the Thomas Cook collapse. Are you a customer, someone either already on holiday or who's booked a getaway with the company, or are you one of the 22,000 people worldwide who worked for Thomas Cook? Just let us know. Use the hashtag BBC BizLive. Today's been a big Brexit day with the Supreme Court hearings, the Bank of England citing no deal uncertainty as a big concern for the economy generally. What would Burger King like to see with regard to Brexit over the coming days and weeks?
When you're talking of economies of this scale, the collateral damage globally has been huge, which is really why this is taking place. It's not because there's been some huge diplomatic breakthrough, it's simply because of the monies involved.
Provide what is necessary.
So Christine Lagarde calling for clarity on the process because, of course, what all markets dislike is uncertainty. Let's get reaction now from Michelle Fleury, who's live for us in New York. That's what Christine Lagarde's been saying, Michelle. Have we heard yet from the US Federal Reserve?
And that's why you're seeing the major markets here all moving downwards.
Yeah, I see I've read across all the equity boards. Michelle, good to check in with you. Michelle Fleury there for us live in New York. Let's get reaction on the other side of the pond now. Ben Thompson is on the Schroders trading floor for us in the city of London. Ben, we saw that very sharp sell-off on the FTSE 100 at the open. It then pared back slightly following those words of calm from Mark Carney. What's the situation now?
Yeah, Alice, it's interesting.
It's grown a lot since then.
Is Tom's a business or is it a charity?
Tom's is absolutely a business. And,
many thanks for joining me here in the studio.
Thank you for having me,
So that
Alice.
question to you, have we reached saturation point when it comes to the tech that we need?
You know, I think if you imagine the next round of tech being you carry more and more devices on your
But this idea that we can always assimilate new, better devices into our daily life, is that always true?
Well, I think, there's certainly limits.
So here we go. Here's the water-resistant test of the new £5 note.
They are designed to withstand moisture and repel moisture.
Okay.
So it hopefully will work. Yeah, so it's quite a different
Still
feel from
fine.
the previous
And
one.
unrippable?
Pretty much, yeah, give it a go. Let's see.
Yeah, okay. I'm
I
really
need
trying.
that back.
You need it back, do you? Well, that's a shame. Yeah, unrippable
Yeah.
and scrunch-proof as well.
It is, pretty much,
Okay,
yeah.
I'm going to try. Do a scrunch test.
Yeah.
This often happens in pockets, doesn't it? Ta-da! Well, let's talk to Ivan Menezes, the man in charge, the chief executive of Diageo. He joins us live now from their headquarters here in London. Many thanks for joining me here on the programme. It does seem a little bit odd to be talking about booze at this time in the morning here in London, but hey, let's go for it. Subdued. Mark Carney there saying less a case of so far so good, more a case of so far good enough. Well, Rain Newton-Smith is the CBI's chief economist and joins me live now. Good to talk to you, Rain, there. So, Mark Carney being very honest in his subdued optimism about the current state of the UK economy, saying, OK, we decided today not to cut interest rates to give a boost to the economy. We're going to wait to see if there is a bit of a borrowed spouts, but there might well be a cut in the future.
Yeah, Hello and welcome to a special coverage on the death of Nelson Mandela here at BBC World News with me, Martine Dennis.
And with me, Alice Baxter. We're broadcasting to viewers all around the world on this momentous day.